Sheffield is a city full of green gardens. The Botanical Garden is one of the local people's favorite. It's located on the western side of Sheffield and just 1 mile away from the city centre. The garden was originally designed by Robert Monarch and first opened in 1836. It only opened for 4 days to general public at that time, but nowadays it has become a beautiful place for people to enjoy. You can come here to take a walk, have parties, or simply relax.
I'm Marida Switchcheck. I'm 19 years old from Sheffield, and I was born about 1 minute away from this park. And I love Sheffield for the green scenery and the trees, because they're beautiful to just look at, take pictures of. I didn't like to films or to climb.
Recently, the gardens have been fully restored with 7 million Heritage Lottery Fund. There are 15 different garden areas featuring the plants all over the world, including Mediterranean, Asian, American, and rock and water plantings. Wayne Hollyshed is a local artist. He told us his story of this garden and the countryside in Sheffield.
Yes, I like botanical gardens. I often walk through them, down and up, because I live over that side. It's the Crooksmoor area, so sometimes it's a shortcut for me. They took it back in time to how it was at the turn of the century, to its original form, apparently. So that's what you see now. It's very much as it was at the turn of the century. I mean, one of the great things about it is the nearness to the countryside, of course.
Followed by Ring's recommendation, we left the Botanical Garden and took the train to Edale, the doorway of the Peak District National Park around Sheffield. Edale became part of the Royal Forest of the Peak after Norman conquest. This Royal Forest covered a large proportion of the modern Peak District. In late Victorian times, the railway made a rapid link from Sheffield to Edale, so that the people began to settle down and the villages were built shortly afterwards. Mr. Andy Brown works in Edale Visitor Centre as a visitor assistant. He helped us to find the general shape of the Peak District National Park.
Welcome to the Peak District National Park. This is a park of approximate size of 500 square miles. It's a protected area. It's not the biggest national park in the UK, but it is the first national park in 1951. We claim that it's the second visited national park in the world, second to Mount Fuji in Japan. It's roughly split into 3 areas. The Dark Peak, which is the northern part of the park, the White Peak, which is the limestone area, and the Southwest Peak, which is again gritstone, high moorland, bleak. It's unlike national parks in other parts of the world because people live here. They live within national parks. National parks in Canada and America are all wilderness areas where not many people live. So we have the problem of catering for the tourist, catering for the resident, but also having to look after the beautiful natural environment that we actually live in and work in. So this is Edale. We're actually out in Edale, and this is just part of the national park. This is where a national trail, the first national trail we had in the country, starts from, and it's called the Pennine Way. And it goes from Edale, follows all the Pennines right up into Scotland. So that's the start of the Pennine Way. We have a number of what we call honey spots where many people like to go. One of those is in the south of the peak, which is called the Dove Valley. and that's in the White Peak, so that's in a very deep valley with a river flowing through it. People walk along the river, there are stepping stones across the river. Many people go there to just enjoy the countryside. We also have Castleton, which is a small village not far from here. People go there because of the caverns and the caves. There are four what we call show caves in that particular area: Blue John, Treat Cliff, Speedwell and Peak Cavern. So we go to look at the caverns in the limestone.